Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. We are back for Survivor 1 through 50 here with San Juan Del Sur, season 29, the second Blood versus Water. Jonathan, Kevin, Kristen, welcome back. And we're going to talk about this season that I think we're going to give more love to this season. I'm someone that wasn't as big when I first watched it, and then on rewatches, I liked it a lot more. So
I will argue that this is the better Blood versus Water.
This is the better Blood versus Water. This is
what?
I'm throwing it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring out the comments right off the bat because
I was thinking of a different Blood versus Water.
I do like Blood versus Water. I like Tyson. I like Tina. I like Monica. I like Jervis. I like that whole season. I like Laura and Sierra. I love that whole season. But this is so good. It's so good.
So good.
Yeah. There's a lot of fun moments and you pick up on a rewatch, and there's stuff that I don't remember, and then it makes later moments in the season even better than you remembered. That's what happened to me.
And the poetry of Nadiya being the first one voted out and Natalie being they're the bookends. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. Very, very good.
I watched it live. I loved it live. I didn't understand at the time. People were like, it's okay. And I was like, what do you mean it's okay? This is amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, I needed a couple of rewatches or at least one rewatch to be like, okay, this is not just mid. It's actually a good season.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just came off of Kagyan, and I'm like, Kagyan was amazing. So it's just hard to compare to that.
I personally like this better than Kagyan.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was reacting about. I was confused for a second. I was like, Blood versus Water, whatever. But Kagyan, whoa, that's
I like Kagyan.
Right there.
I no hate to Kagyan. I like Kagyan. It's great. I like this better than that.
Yeah.
Personally, I understand that I'm not in the majority, and I'm okay with that.
So, Kristen, what are your impressions of San Juan Del Sur?
Well, obviously, I started off very strong by saying that I like this one better than the other one. But we've got some amazing people that are in this season that go on. But we're talking about characters. I've never been more infuriated in my life with some people, but praising others. This was a hot and cold season
so
for me,
invested.
where I'm literally cussing somebody out, which we're gonna get to, and then the other time I'm sitting there this is amazing, I love this person. So yeah, it's great. This is a great season.
Totally agree. Some really great characters, really fun players. So yeah, Jonathan, your impressions of the season?
I thought it was a pretty good season. I was definitely happy that we were long and far away from the dark ages that were Survivor in the 20s, and that this was definitely a season that was on the better end of the 20s, as most people would agree. Mm-hmm. I think I actually did like it a lot better than the first Blood versus Water. There are a lot of cool characters in this one, as we talked about, and I was excited to see the kind of emergence of certain characters that I knew were going to come in later in the game, like Kelly. This was Kelly's first season, even though she didn't really go as far. Yes. But I know her. I've heard her name a lot, and I don't know what she's going to do, but I know she's going to do something important. But it just wasn't now. It wasn't until later. So
I love that, Jonathan, that you're new to the Survivor world, where you're oh, I know Wentworth. She's got to be doing amazing in the season, and then she epically fails. It's great.
And I'm like, well, what's going to happen with her that's going to and that's why I'm when I was watching it in order at the time, I'm like, well, what's going to happen with her? She obviously comes back and does something great.
So, yeah, the Wentworth story in general is really interesting to me because I don't know, she got voted on to second chances. We saw something in this season where she barely gets an edit, but the fans saw something in her, and she got on second chances and made the most out of that.
Yeah. I mean,
fanfare for life.
I think because obviously all of us fans were smart enough to realize she was dealing with a pack of idiots.
Yeah.
And her dad.
Well, listen, I'm not calling her dad an idiot. He was.
I'm just saying her dad is a lot of the reason why her game got screwed up, I think.
Yes, but it was mostly the pack of idiots.
Well, yeah. that too. But yeah, so let's get into it. So we have our cast here. We've kind of touched on a few of them. I like some of this cast. I think there are some people who don't exactly hold up, or they were cast purely for their loved ones. So
I still don't hate Julie, but like Julie was clearly there as John Rocker's girlfriend, and John Rocker was clearly just there for the controversy of being John Rocker. And like, it's such a bummer because like I feel like she had potential if she had wanted to be there, you know?
Mhm.
I agree. Yes. I think the thing, you are 100% right. She was literally there, is just like, I view her as the Amber of 40, like literally just to be there. Like,
Right.
just to fill a spot, right?
Just to fill a spot to make the other person have a spot.
I mean, and maybe show off certain assets that she has in a very tight buff. But
listen, if you got it, flaunt it.
Listen, 100%, go girl. Like, yes.
Hey,
but
she made the merge.
She did. Here's my issue though, is that because there were other people like Josh, who we'll get to, that like should have been there, and like, you know what I'm saying, that we're missing out on these moments, and then she just up and quits because things aren't going her way and Rocker's not there anymore. Like, you wanted to hope that Rocker went out earlier. Like, that was what was holding your game back.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you could actually be doing something, even though things aren't necessarily going your way right now. I think she could have if she really
imagine she doesn't quit and like her and Natalie take over the merge. Like,
crazy.
Girl, you could have been sitting in the end.
I know. That's the frustrating part for me, because then it's like it even happens in Vanquish, where I'm like, somebody that's like such a great player gets voted off, and then literally the next day somebody's like, you know what, I quit, and I'm like, you couldn't quit yesterday when this person would have been here. Like, it drives me nuts. It's crazy.
Hot take. All right, so actually, okay, before I get to the hot take, listening to the dumb brothers talk about Orlando when I lived in Orlando, so funny. So funny. They're like, I can't wait to take you out to downtown Orlando. I'm like, first of all, she has a girlfriend or has a boyfriend. That's number one. First of all. So you're not taking her anywhere, bro. Second of all, downtown Orlando? Get over yourself. Like, what are you talking about? Those two, hilarious. Can I like hot take though? I never liked Josh. I didn't like Josh from his cast photo. I get a vibe from him. Listen, I get a vibe from him. I don't mean this. I mean, I just mean this in a, like, as someone watching the show, I get a vibe from him that he and I would just not get along in real life.
This is the most disrespectful bullshit you've said.
I appreciate. Listen. I appreciate his gameplay. I appreciate that he put himself out there on TV. I appreciate everything that he did for Survivor. I think if I was to like be on the island and we're first timers together, and like, I would not want to work with him.
I've never wanted to punch you more in the face than I did right this
Okay, that's saying a lot, because you want to punch me quite often.
I do. I want to punch you a lot. So the fact that you've now exceeded this is a problem. Now, I will say Reed is the better out of the duo. I do love Reed more.
I do like Reed.
How dare you have any kind of audacity to say any of the shit you just said about Josh, because he was amazing.
Listen, I just feel like there are certain people within my alphabet mafia who we do not click, and I just get the impression he is one with whom I would not click.
I am gonna say, because I know we'll probably talk about this, but I think it is just a complete absolute joke that Reed and Josh have never come back to play on Survivor.
Yeah,
agreed.
Like John and Jaclyn, we're gonna get into all that. I think I know that they have been asked, but like the fact that we've never seen, especially those four, ever come back on our screen is insane to me.
Shocking.
Completely agree.
Reed had like a Sue Hawk type, like
better than Sue Hawk.
But like that level of like everyone remembers it years later.
That we haven't
final tribal council
seen
speech
in a while at this point.
And he never came back. That's insanity.
Yeah, that is insane. I mean, let's get in.
Tagline.
Well, let's get into the season itself now. So a couple behind the scenes. So originally they were gonna have Redemption Island again, but Mike White, good old Mike White, called Jeff and is like, would Redemption Island be fun or something like that, or it wouldn't be a good idea? So Jeff just listened to Mike White, and that's how we got like the loved ones duels instead. So
but thank you, Mike White, because this is amazing.
Yeah,
the loved one duels and the like. I think the Redemption Island only worked well with Blood versus Water, right? Like the other two seasons was kind of like
Yeah,
like it actually works
season
when there are
right.
Like the Blood versus Water makes it stakes. So like I do get the want to do Redemption Island again, but I like that they changed it up and made it this like loved ones challenge where you have to like compete against your loved one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
It really adds like a whole new like element because like I mean the fact that any of them thought they were actually going to play together is like, you know what I mean? I'm sure that like they make it seem like they were like shocked. Oh my gosh, I'm not playing with my loved one. What am I going to do? Like you all know this. Come on, this is a blood versus water.
well,
It's literally called that.
well, and then the swap where we got the one duel that's Reed versus Baylor instead of them going up against their loved ones, which is interesting. Which I get because I can't do it when they swapped, but
Well, because that one tribe ended up like all loved ones together.
right,
Yes.
exactly.
Minus one.
But yeah, and then the other piece of behind the scenes info is that this originally started with 20 people. 2 people dropped. It was So Kim and her sister. So Kim played the very next season on Worlds Apart and was the first boot.
Oh
So,
no!
Darn, it's not like we missed anything. Listen, I can't wait to talk 32. This is like these two together. Like this is when I do my rewatch. 29 and 30, they literally go together. They're basically one giant season for me because it's just they're. Shut up.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Kevin's like,
Don't start.
Kevin's just like,
Do not start.
I do not
We're not
agree with that
talking
take.
about
But
that.
you go ahead. I had some hot takes. You can have some hot takes too. That's fine.
all right. Well, so we're gonna get now to the loved ones come in. They get put on their tribes, and we get the first loved one duel. It's Jeremy. Jeremy's like, I don't care who I'm up against, and then Val is his opponent. Jeremy versus Val. And so this is a fun first challenge. We get the iconic Jeff Probst quote of "Dig woman."
dig woman.
Can we though talk about this situation though? Because I love the duels. I love that this is an absolute chaos monster. But really, like we thought that this would be a fair battle.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. She is a powerful woman, and she is like a respectable.
I love
woman.
Val.
Yes, love Val. But like, let's not pretend that this was even.
I believe I've shared my like winner ranking, and I have Jeremy as important. Like, who's beating Jeremy?
I think it's interesting because literally when they announced that it's going to be this duel, like they could have just skipped it and just given it to Jeremy because there was zero effort.
Right.
Like, okay, that was fun. This is what you were going to do, but there's no point to running this. Let's move on.
Yeah. Jonathan, any thoughts on this hero duel?
I definitely like that they just kind of took a step away from the normal aspect of just doing Redemption Island again, or like just doing that whole style of gameplay of like having people go up against each other. But it was more interesting. That's why I think this season of Blood versus Water is more interesting than 27, is because it's actually like there's no returning players really. It's all actual new people that haven't played the game before, but with their loved one, which makes it a little bit more fresh, if you will, with the stakes of going up against your loved one versus someone that has already played the game before and like, are you okay, babe? Like giving them like a hug afterwards. Like, I know it's tough out there kind of thing. But this time though, it's like actually, much more seems to be at stake.
Yeah. And I like that it's for me, this is why I love this one so much, because there's more intrigue to this, because like as we're gonna see later on down, like it's you want to cheer for your tribe, but like your loved ones like getting, like we saw Dale like really struggling with Wentworth later on in the season when they're fighting. Like it's just like that's the dynamic that we got here, which makes it 10 times more like intense and like
it's like their own like personal family drama like comes into the game a little bit, and it's like the stuff that like especially with Kelly and her dad. Like later, it's like we didn't really have like the best relationship, but something about like this game like had it like
And when you not only beat your loved one, you send them to exile. Like,
The Return of Exile Island. It's been since Token Teens that we haven't seen Exile Island, so
it's been a minute.
I believe since Token Teens. So Jeremy wins. Keith gets sent to exile with Val. Obviously, we have to bring up, unfortunately, we did lose Keith Nale, last year was it at this point? And
talk about it.
Keith is just such a shining light on this season. I love Keith. I think at the time, watching it live, I didn't appreciate Keith as much as a character. and now like on multiple rewatches and then second chances. Like he's one of Survivor's greatest characters in my opinion.
Oh, as a character, he's great. As a player,
hey, he made it to the final 5 twice.
Right.
He knows what he's doing. And give the man some credit. I got you, Keith.
I'm not hating on him, but like his character level is up here. His player level is.
Hey, this episode title is named after him. All right.
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
We'll get there.
No, I mean that is the thing with like Keith. Like, I mean that's obviously to prove who Keith is as a person. Like Jeremy obviously knew exactly who he like. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you could they just met each other. They literally just saw each other for 5 minutes, and just Keith just like radiates that as a person. Where you know. I feel good with my wife going off to this like random place and like starving and possible death and all the things, you know.
Right.
So Keith hit me hard. Keith hit me very hard. I'm very sad about Keith. So rest in peace, Keith, and like we miss you.
Yeah, 100%. My favorite Keith quotes from the openings here are like talking about losing the striker. And then Jeremy blames it on Wes. And then also you have Keith calling Wes dumber than a rock.
I also love that they're the father-son that like, you know, they're constantly giving each other shit, but like their love is such a like they're like they are a father-son bond. Like
I also don't know if it's this season or if it's the second chance, but where he's got his coat up and he's like, Survivor ain't fun.
Yeah, like the second chance.
This is not a vacation. This is not fun. I was like,
going on a cruise is fun.
Going on a cruise is fun.
Right.
This is not fun.
So we are let's skip ahead. We get the first immunity challenge. Koyopa loses that, and then we're gonna get to the first tribal council, and there's some intrigue. So the girls want to get rid of Dale. Dale then puts Nadiya's name out there, and because the guys have the numbers advantage, they end up taking it for this round, and they decide to blindside Nadiya. So, thoughts on Nadiya being the first boot here?
Let me get this out here because I feel like again I'm not gonna be a fan favorite here. I was like, I don't care, like whatever. I was not upset. Also, I did know because of this twin, like this like sister twin bond, like I know Natalie is going to be coming for blood, and I want all the chaos. I want all the like evilness that's gonna come from this. So I'm like, bring it on. Like, yes, let's vote her out. I was so excited.
No, and like their target level was already so huge. They put on the Amazing Race twice at that point. Like
correct. So I was not like I kind of was not upset about it at all. Plus like I really liked Dale. Dale kind of reminded me of my dad as well. So I like Kevin, again, please shut your mouth.
It is closed.
Over him. But no, like Dale really reminded me of my dad, and we had, you know, obviously we'd gotten a little bit of insight with him and Kelly, and I really wanted them to have this like bonding experience together. So like I did not want to see Dale go at this point. I did not care if Nadiya went.
Yeah, she had her chance on other reality shows, so I think it made sense.
It ends up being so good for the storyline of the season too, though.
100%. And we also have Josh throwing a vote on Baylor, which ends up leading to his demise later. I think this is a really bad move in the first round.
I enjoyed it. God.
I mean, it is chaos, but it's a really bad move for later.
It was a horrible move. And he definitely got his ass handed to him. I appreciated it because I was already over her about 2 seconds into the season. So I was kind of hoping the vote would flip to her.
I mean, I think a lot of people hope that Baylor would go early.
Yeah, but instead we got stuck in entire.
Oh my god! Since we're still like, another hot take. I don't.
Oh my god!
I don't hate Missy and Baylor. Right? Like I don't love them, but I don't hate. Like people hate them, and I'm just like, I mean, it's like a mom who spoils her daughter. You know how many of those I've dealt with?
I cannot continue to do this podcast anymore. If
I don't hate them
over here is going to be a part of this idiot sandwich and group of idiots that we have this entire season. I don't
hate them.
I've never hated Kevin more. I never thought that this day would come, and it has come. They add so much to the season for me. Like without them, the season is not the same. So like,
we would not get the hate. We would not get the hate speech at the end.
Right?
True.
Like
the evil.
I can't bring myself to hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Any other thoughts on Nadiya's boot here? Are we ready to move on?
Not on Nadiya's boot. I'm gonna need to get alcohol if I continue this with Kevin anymore. Any longer.
All
You don't
right.
have to like my hot takes. It's fine.
All right. Let's head to the second episode. So we do get the Sumo Sea Challenge. I believe in US Survivor, it's the last time this challenge gets used. It's been used in Australian Survivor, but not the US Survivor after this season. So you do get some fun matches.
Well, there's no
John
jigsaw puzzle. There's no jigsaw puzzle at the end, so Jeff doesn't like it.
No. Yeah.
There's a lot of there's a lot of good mashups here. I mean, I also love that Missy does knock the shit out of her daughter. It was great.
Gives her a bloody lip. And
Love
Baylor
it.
cries.
Live for it. But like you were bringing up Jake, like John Rocker and John Misch, like they're like going against like again an unlikely duo. Like there's just some good moments here.
And John Misch wins over like this guy.
Unlikely duo here.
And so at the time, so I knew my family heard that John Misch was playing this season. He used to play for Michigan State. They said at the beginning of the season, my dad's huge into Michigan State. He's like, oh my God, John Misch is playing. So I immediately had that connection of Kevin's like
what even I don't even know what the sport you're
it's
talking about.
It's a Michigan thing.
Football.
It's a Michigan
Football.
thing.
I'm like, is it football? Is it baseball? Is it basketball?
Yeah, well,
It's
know.
lacrosse.
I think
Okay, sure.
I think that's a reason why he beats John Rockers, because he uses like the football strategy, get really low, and you can beat this big guy. So like,
and John plays baseball, all right. So it's
It's just
that's
baseball.
a huge difference here. He went for the legs.
John's probably also like just roid raging right now. So like,
I mean, but also John and Jaclyn are like huge for Michigan though, right here. Like we've got him, and he's a like previous football player and all that. But we also have Jaclyn, who is the beauty queen of Michigan as well. So
Miss
like they are
Michigan,
huge for Michigan people.
I'm really happy for Michigan people.
It's like if this was a high school, they would literally be like the power couple that was just like walking around the halls and like.
And they become the power couple.
They just sucked at it.
It's so annoying the whole time. I'm
excited to kind of talk about that because I enjoy John and Jaclyn in this season. I do think like they definitely don't play certain rounds well, but they're entertaining. I think they work as the power couple that ultimately gets their comeuppance later. So, but then we got earlier in the episode, we start getting more downfall of John Rocker. So he does find an idol, but he loses to Julie in the duel, and then John Rocker tries to save Val. Val is her two idols moment where she tells everybody she has like a bajillion idols.
Poor Val. Wait, can we go back to the fact that John Rocker is now lost to his girlfriend?
Yeah. Where he's like, I lost to a girl.
Lost to a girl.
A girl. Your girlfriend.
Oh, God.
God. But yeah, so him and Jeremy also made this deal. So again, this is not going to look good for Rocker at all because he's just kind of proved everybody's like perceptions of him completely right.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like the Brad Culpepper effect, where it's like you do like one wrong thing and then like that whole like reputation just comes back at you, because he did kind of try to help Val.
He did,
but that didn't work out, and then all the fallout in the next episode is like, screw you, buddy, you didn't protect my wife. And he's like,
I will say though, I think that Jeremy had more in mind of you being like play your idol. I think he was more like, let's flip a vote to save like I would do that for your girl versus
play
your idol.
Yeah.
Thank you. I didn't think about that. Idiot.
I mean, what if Rocker had actually played his idol for Val? Like,
right. These are the things that Jeremy was expecting, right? Things that went into this deal making, but Rocker is so off as Rocker that legit you could never figure out what was. But listen, I'm all here for this next part of this episode because it's I love it. I love it.
So they walk back into camp. Everybody sees that Val's gone, and everybody's immediately like hating John Rocker even more. One of my favorite Keith quotes. He's like, he was an ass then, he's probably still an ass now.
See, the thing, what is great about this though is like, again, this is kind of like where we had like the Jeff Kent of Philippines, right? Like a couple people notice him, like, but nobody knows who Rocker is. But Rocker's way more like because of the controversy, right? Like he is way more. And then it's like, I love that people were like, he's kind of looks familiar. And then the people that are like, yeah, that's because he did this, and like start naming out. You're like, well, he's never recovering anyway.
Yeah.
No.
The West call out was hilarious though, because he's like, I'm going to try to like tell everyone that I'm not who I am. And he's like, you sure you didn't play baseball? Like that's a very like dead on line. He's like, no, he's like, you sure your name's not John? And
My name's
like, he's like, I know that you know. Like he's like, yeah, like he's like, okay, I'll keep it down. Yeah.
And then he immediately gives it up.
Yeah.
It's so
remember
bad.
Gary all the way back in Guatemala?
Yeah.
They're like Danny's like, Gary Hoboom, I know you. I collected your sports card. Like I know exactly who you are. And he's like, nah, I'm Gary Hawkins and I do landscaping.
Yeah. I think what this has taught everyone is if you're like a celebrity athlete and you want to get on Survivor and play and you think no one's going to know who you are, there's always going to be at least one person that knows who you are.
They're going to cast someone who knows who you are.
Right.
Yeah. It's going to happen. So then we're going to get to the immunity challenge. We have Keith and Wes face off, but really let's just skip ahead to the immunity challenge. So Koyopa loses again, but not without more controversy. We've had Jeremy back at camp talking about Rocker said some racist, he says homosexual things, but it's supposed to be homophobic. I think that's
listen, he has been in a few days.
He tried.
Limited water. He's doing fine.
Also, can we talk about we have to also talk about that Rocker again, like Kevin was saying, is probably doing a little roid raging right now, and he's like because he's just insane. Like the amount of injuries that could have come from him just being psychotic in this challenge.
Yeah, where he's like pushing people and
like, I mean, these sticks are like, oh my gosh. Also, I'm a fighter, and if you were pushing me like that, we'd be rumbling like massively. So like the fact that all of them held their composure as well as they did until the end is a miracle.
Yeah. So let's get to that. So that happens, and then everybody's yelling at John Rocker. Natalie's like, say something racist or homophobic, like in your past, and then he finally blows up, says he's gonna knock her teeth out.
Right, and he even says something like, "If you're a man," and she's like, "I don't care, come do it, bro." I'm like, yes.
See, yes. I am Natalie. This is me. I'd be like, let's go. I don't give a shit. But I also love the moment of Julie being like, John.
She's
like,
we
he's
talked
not
about
always
this.
like this, I swear.
Listen, you know that this poor girl, this happens everywhere they go. She's like, Jiminy Christmas, not again.
You know, she's just like, he said he wouldn't do this. He promised he wouldn't do this.
No, it's not even that. Like, it's like she knew it was going to happen. She was just like, son of a bitch. Like, yeah, I'm his girlfriend. Like, can you all forget that for about 5 minutes?
But like, Natalie Anderson. Oh my God. This is why we watch reality TV. These are the moments we live for. Because she would have fought him, and she would have lost with honor if she lost, because she was ready to fight, and I loved every second of it. Yeah, it was so good.
I was kind of hoping they'd allow it for a minute.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Jerry. No, I'm sorry.
So Koyopa's gonna lose again, and then things are gonna flip on Rocker because Josh no longer trusts Rocker. In fairness to Josh, I mean, he probably should have tried to keep Rocker around another round just to keep heat off of himself. But at that point, you kind of have to let him go too. So,
but also, I mean, in all fairness, though, too, like Josh, and this is one thing I actually probably don't remember, which is shocking to me. Josh didn't know who he was until that moment, right?
I don't think so. I mean, I think Wes was the only one.
Yeah, he's finding out that he has said some like homophobic things. So like this maybe is not like clear-headed Josh of being like, you know what I mean?
Well, and when someone becomes public enemy number one like that, if you attach yourself to them and protect them like that, you get that stink on yourself too. So like there's also that element of it of like, is it worth the damage to my reputation to protect this person?
For sure.
I definitely think, in fairness to Josh, I do think he definitely shouldn't take something like that if he hears that's happening.
And a thing that we don't really think about when we play the online games, because like it's the online games, whatever, but like you're on national TV, people are gonna like watch this and judge you for it. That like that's also in the back of your mind of like, do I have to do this too? Like, is America gonna hate me if I don't do this? You know, like there's also that to it.
It's like,
so
should I actually follow the guideline of being myself and saying how I feel with fear of being judged possibly later for it? So it's like,
they have to let him go at this point. So so Rocker does not play his idol, even though I feel like there's clues at Tribal that people are like telling him maybe he should play his idol, or like basically, and he still doesn't.
Again, drugs are bad, okay?
So bye, John Rocker.
now that's over with.
Yeah. Well, let's get into one of the best Trainwreck episodes of all time, the boot episode of Mr. Drew Christy. And one of the biggest idiots of all time.
What do you mean? He was the best thing that came out of that island. He was so smart. He has never done anything wrong.
His intuition was on point.
He's basically a badass and a manipulator of this game.
And a kingpin.
So good.
Nothing is more satisfying. Nothing. And it will never get old. Survivor could do it every season. It'll never get old. When somebody's like, I'm going to throw a challenge so I can get this person out. And then they get out for throwing the challenge. It happened all the way back in Pearl Islands, right? Like, it's so good. It's so satisfying every time. It's like, that's what you get. That's what you get.
The problem is that he legit had zero idea that anything bad was about to happen.
He had no idea.
Like most people might be like, okay, it's a risk. It's like, it's a risk I'm willing to do. Like, people might be smart enough to be like, could be risky. He's over there like, solid plan. Not one problem. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's so bad. So I mean, this starts, so we get another negotiation. We had it before they lost their Flint, and so Hunapu goes back in. Drew's like, I'm going to ask again, even though we just had this conversation with Jeff. And of course that fails because Drew's an idiot. And then Jaclyn gets beat by John in the challenge, goes to exile. Drew's happier to go to Exile Island with Jaclyn, even though she already has a boyfriend.
She's literally there with, it's not just... It's
like,
not
I have
just
a boyfriend back home. I'm
like
literally...
you've been attracted to this person from across tribal lines, and then you get together and you're on exile, and then you find out like I have a boyfriend. No, it is you are on a tribe with her boyfriend, right?
But also, I want to take a moment here that, like, again, this is one of my favorite seasons because I feel like this has to be probably one of the sassiest Jeffs that we've ever seen in Survivor. Like, he does not give two shits about this tribe. He is over them. He is done. He's like, I'm coming hard for these people. I'm over it. Like, he's so mad. I love it. Love sassy Jeff.
Oh, it's so good. So then Drew successfully throws the challenge, gets beat by someone that could be his grandpappy, as Jeff says. So, and then we're gonna get back to camp, and Drew's calling all the shots, being like, you know, count on it, we're gonna do this, and we got to get rid of these bitches. And in front of Kelly, he's like, get rid of Kelly Wentworth. She is a threat. She is a big player.
She's right.
I mean, he was right.
He was right. Yeah. Just not in this season.
I do also love that again. Like, they're like, dude, like, she's right there. He's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's so bad, Survivor.
He's like, I don't care.
Yeah, it's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. Like, they could have showed, it could have been like when Eric got voted out of Micro, they could have showed every vote, and it still would have been so satisfying to watch his reaction. Oh, it would have been great. Yeah.
Also, though, the point, like, do we love too at the moment, like when he's like receiving these votes, that it's like he's still confident until he starts like starting to count, and he's like, wait.
Right.
Like, he's like, of course they voted for me. Whatever, I've still got this. And then it's like an extra vote. He's like, he like literally starts counting. It makes me laugh.
I like how Jeff's like, they're like, oh yeah, there might be a girls thing going on. Jeff's like, how is there a girls thing if there's less girls than guys? And the girls plus Jeremy are the ones that make the vote happen because the guys are all a mess.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Last thing about Drew Christy. After Drew Christy's basically I'm a badass line, we get Jeremy saying basically you're a moron.
Love it.
All right. Anything else to say on Drew Christy? Are we ready to kind of skip ahead?
We said
I can't wait to run into him in downtown Orlando.
Downtown
Right.
Orlando.
Get him to play Vanquish.
That's where you get all the hot dates. That's where you go downtown.
Yeah, the
the former
Christys
beauty
and
queen.
Pat Ederson.
Oh Lord.
All right. So the Wentworths go. We have the swap. John and Jaclyn start their power couple games, so they start being the swing votes. We can kind of skip through that. Then we have Julie quitting for Trail Mix at the merge. We get Yopa, which again, combining the tribe names, bad merge tribe name.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It wasn't one of the worst, okay? There's been worse.
Well,
Like,
there's about to be a
know
bad
that.
one next week.
Okay. Listen. That wasn't combining anything. That was patriotism.
Well, I know, it's just gonna be bad.
Oh my god.
What was it? Wait, who was it? Was it Malcolm who got everyone to name it after his mom?
Neil Adam, yeah.
Or like our favorite no bag. Like, come on. There's been worse tribe names, guys. Bad.
So yeah, Julie quits over Trail Mix. And that saves Jeremy, actually. We also had the negotiation for the rice that Hunapu has to give up like their shelter because Missy like forced them all to eat a bunch. So but let's get to it. So that happens. Julie quits, and then we're gonna get the massive power struggle between Jeremy and Josh now, where both of them are gonna end up going back to back, which was crazy at the time. I do remember at the time that was like, okay, if Josh goes, Jeremy's going to win, right? And then nope.
This is so classic Survivor too. Of like, this is like what happened in Amazon, right? Like you think that like, oh, like it's this power struggle and one of the two is gonna win it out, and like they go back to back, and you're like, now what?
Yeah.
Now what is Natalie? But like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, but also like we skipped over this a little bit, and I don't want to harp on it too much because there's so much to talk about in this season. But like the fact that they're having like to do this is again because of this like horrible woman that we just like are breezing by, and I'm sure we're gonna talk about her more. But like these are the moments where now like Dale, like all of these people are like, why are we taking 7,000 things of her? And then she's over there throwing a tantrum. Like she's absolutely a grown woman throwing a tantrum. I got yelled at because I made too much rice. Shut up. You did. You made too much fucking rice.
Okay, but like the season is more fun because of that.
I would throw her off the island just for this reason.
But
like you're diminishing all of our food, and now Jeff just came and took literally everything. Like
he had to drag it. He couldn't even carry it. He had to drag it.
Bad. This is bad. And like this is where I also feel for the people that came over though. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were already like struggling because they were doing it right. This isn't a freaking 5-star resort. This is Survivor. Like they're coming over and they're like, well, no wonder you guys keep beating us because you're eating like freaking kings over here. And then all of a sudden now, because of your guys' stupid decisions, now I'm losing everything. Like that. Ugh. I'll have more for her later.
Listen. This season is better because that happens. Like that level of drama, that level of like interactive frustration makes the season better. So I can't hate her for it.
I can. All right, moving on. Sorry, Jake. I just had to come back to that.
No, you're good. Jonathan, what are your thoughts on this power struggle between Josh and Jeremy?
At the time, I figured like, well, I like them both, so I think I was definitely in the camp of like one of these two is gonna like get it together and they're gonna like, you know, take control of the game. But then like Josh losing out, I'm like, okay, so now Jeremy's gonna come in here and do something right. But then John and Jaclyn are like, wait a minute, Jeremy's actually kind of good at this. Let's get him out of here. And then they did it, and I was like, bye, Jeremy. Like, you know, it's like, yeah.
And I remember at the time they made it seem like Keith was gonna go. I think it was gonna be what Keith or whoever was the other person that was on the chopping block. I'm trying to remember. Was it Reed? It was Reed and Keith. It was Reed or Keith, and then all of a sudden the Jeremy votes come up, and I don't like they mentioned it, but I don't think you had any clue until it's like, oh shit, they're actually going through with this.
Yeah, because that actually seemed like a moment where they contemplated like they're like, yeah, Jeremy's like actually like really good at this, and he's actually, now that Josh is gone, it's like we still have the numbers to take out the next biggest threat, which would be Jeremy. And I feel like Jeremy was probably thinking that he had it that locked in, that he was that ingrained in those alliances that he could carry forward in the game, and then he didn't. So I'm like,
I think the thing with these two, especially though, like, I mean, this is like one of those where you're like, okay, this is like the underdogs are taking over, right? Like, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Where it's the Hercules of it all, taking out all the god, you know what I mean? Granted, Hercules is strong too, but the whole aspect of the fact that if Jeremy and Josh would have just gotten over their crap with each other and actually teamed up, the power that those two would have had would have been unstoppable, and they would have made it to the end, and they would have been two very deserving winners. So again, like, Survivor's not always like getting somebody that may be a threat out to you. It may be aligning with that threat because together you're 10 times more powerful.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes when some of us play, we're such a threat, we need to keep other threats around.
How many times is Kevin going to make Kristen shut off her camera?
I'm amazed I'm still here. I've almost contemplated hitting that little red button over here. You're insufferable tonight.
Yeah, so I mean, Jaclyn and John again being the power couple. I want to give Jaclyn a lot of credit for the Josh move because I mean, this is a move she's going to own later, and I don't think she gets the credit that she deserves because John is the one that wants to go with the Josh side. It was supposed to be Jeremy the last round if Julie didn't quit, and then Jaclyn's like, "No, I've been mistreated by these other guys at camp. They're really only focusing on you, John. So it makes more sense for me to get Josh out right now." So
he's like, yes, I love whatever you want.
Yeah. As a loud, like, lifter of female voices, I was like, no, don't you treat Jaclyn that way. Don't you treat Jaclyn that way. Don't you do that.
I mean, also though, at this point, like, this is where we're getting into this. That yes, they are the power couple here, but like these two, and trust me, we're gonna get into how much I love John and Jaclyn here in a little bit. But like, these two are the most like uncoordinated like people to be in the power because you've got one over here wanting to do this thing, you got this one making this plan, then they're coming together, then they get into a fight. So now they're not even speaking to one another. So now plan can't even form. This is like you're at the TV going, oh my God, just go freaking talk to each other. Like,
yeah,
don't do it. It's
like,
I love it.
That's part of what makes Blood versus Water so good is because you have like all of the built up years of tension that like leads to these fights. So you're not just disagreeing. It's like, because you always do this to me. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
well, maybe we should get married. No, it's like just like weird little.
It's always like watching them in these moments, and I was like, "This Survivor's gonna break up this couple because they're not going." I'm so happy they're not. They're happily married with their family and stuff. But like, you're sitting there watching this as a viewer, being like, "They are so breaking up after this season.
Like, they're so
so done."
They asked it at the reunion too. They're like, "Are you still together?" Because we thought you guys were breaking up. So, yeah, no, that's awesome to hear. But yeah, I mean, so Jeremy's gonna go. We're gonna get the "What the fuck, Missy" from Natalie.
I love her so much.
Which one? Because you've been up the other ones, but
no, Natalie. Listen, if I am ranking winners, Natalie is one of my like. It's probably in the top two. It's probably Natalie and Jeremy are my top two.
Yeah,
I love them.
They're both great. So this is gonna start Natalie's revenge arc, but she knows she has to bide her time because she can't do it right away. She has to gain John's trust more. So then we're gonna get to the round of stick to the plan. So Reed is like, okay, we're on the bottom. Alec, Wes, Keith, we gotta make a move against John tonight. So we're gonna blindside John with the idleness pocket, and then we get to tribal, and Keith just decides, you know what, I'm gonna accidentally spill the beans on this entire plan,
which only Natalie catches because John wasn't gonna play the idol.
Yeah,
I mean, I will like in Keith's defense, he didn't completely blow it up. Like, obviously knew something was happening, and what would make sense is obviously the John would be the vote. Like, so it's not like he's like, guys, we're voting John, right? Like, he's not. It wasn't that bad of an explosive, like, idiotic moment, but it was definitely a moment where I'm sitting here watching the TV going, oh, dear God. Oh, dear God.
The brilliance of Natalie to get John's trust back, to be like, to correct, like, she sees what's happening and she warns him and he listens and he survives because of her. And he is now just putty in her hands. So good.
I would also like to take a moment to steal this away from Kevin a little bit. Actually, if you want to get technical, Jaclyn told him to play it first, just so you're like not
Okay.
Just,
But like,
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna let you dig on my girl like that when she was the one that clearly said it first, and then now you want to go give it to fucking Natalie.
okay, but like, who convinced him? Who convinced him? Who convinced him?
Listen.
Who convinced him?
Probably Jaclyn, because she had put it in.
Back to so the quote that Keith says, it's idols are everywhere, idols are everywhere. Stick to the plan, and then you get the Keith laugh.
That was a horrible impression, Jake.
I can't do a lot of impressions.
But also the best part is that it leads to Keith's blood being the one to get voted out.
Yeah, Wes.
Oh
yeah. So Keith idles out his own son. So
oh god.
Yeah. Poor Wesley. We got Wesley's moments of asking Jeff if he was on 2.5 Men, his chicken nugget eating contest.
And the constant licking of his dirty mustache.
Yeah. Oh, and then the taco overload where like he's
like farting everywhere. Oh my god.
Yeah, farting on tacos. Like Keith's like, Wesley's a good kid. He hasn't been to prison yet.
These are the attributes.
Yeah.
Yet.
Just keep talking about his son is like the funniest thing in the world. He's like, he ain't too bright, but he means well.
He means well.
He means well. He ain't too bright.
Yeah. So yeah, Reed's plan unfortunately fell flat because Keith accidentally blew it up, and Reed is obviously very pissed. And this is going to lead to the challenge. We also should bring up people are giving away their rewards this season more than anybody else ever has. Jeremy tried it the round he went. Reed tried it with Missy. I forgot about that because that builds up to this moment. He tries to give his reward to Missy, and then obviously you get this reward challenge now in this episode where now everybody's so obviously like rigging the coconut chop challenge where they just want whoever they want to win. They want Missy to win. And
then Jeff and everything to be like, are we just like why are we even doing this?
Thank you, Jeff.
Should we just stop what we're doing? And I was like, yeah, look at the guy, like the leftover guys on the bench being Reed, Alec, and Keith, and being like, we're basically chopped liver at this point. And I hated that so much. Like, oh no, you can have it. And I'm like, this is like so annoying. And I'm glad that Jeff was like, why are we even doing this? Like, who wants it? Oh, I guess Missy wants it. And it's like, okay. And it's like, okay, well, you get it, you go. Like,
I'm so with you, John. Like, this was the moment where I was like, thank God for Jeff, because this is the most. I was like, this is so freaking stupid. Like, again, this is the moment of like. Jeremy and Val, like, we could have skipped this. We could have like had something else in here. Also, this is another reason why I hate this challenge. Like, I hate this challenge. Thankfully, it is for reward and not for immunity. I see a lot of like online games do this for immunity, and I think that's completely unfair. Because especially if you're on the bottom, they're of course going to come right for you, and you need it desperately. So it definitely should always be a reward challenge. Yeah. But like, yeah, you're sitting there listening, like looking at these people that are like, I don't even know why we came. Like, we could have just stayed at camp today. Yeah. But also, this leads to a part where I think that this is where Jaclyn starts to like is even though it's not how I want the things to go. Jaclyn is starting to realize that she is the fourth to this trio. Yeah. So the wheels started turning. We are so late in the game that she's so malnourished and exhausted to really do much with this, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But yeah.
Right. Yeah. We should obviously get the moment of Reed then calls Baylor a brat.
Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's my favorite moment. And then for Missy to come back and be like, you're not going to call my child a brat. She's acting like a brat. Like, what is
She's acting like a brat because you have encouraged it. Because you have encouraged her entire life.
This is why I cannot stand these two, because dear God in heaven, if I was stuck on an island with these two women, I could not. And like, I love, like, we're at the reunion here when like we have the moment where Keith's wife kind of like scolds him, like, you don't tell a woman how to raise her child. No, this woman needs assistance. She is obviously not set to be a parent. Listen, I never parent shame, but this one, we need some work. We need some parenting classes. We need a little one-on-one going on. We need something, because this is bad. This is
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah,
It was good for the drama too. I think this was the point in the show where it's like, are these people like really the underdogs that just like swept the game, or they were just kind of like the people in the halls that all clicked up and like picked who they wanted to not? They didn't really give me underdog status, because like underdog is usually someone that's like they have no way out, and it's usually a singular person. They have to climb their way up to get into the game. These people were always kind of like in a good spot, and they all found each other. And then you see the other three guys on the bench being like, those are the actual like underdogs that need to get it into high gear to have a chance of winning this game. But we know how this goes though. So it was still a good, like, I don't know. It was just an interesting aspect of the game at the time.
Yeah. So we are gonna get now. John and Jaclyn are gonna fight, which I would argue. I definitely think Reed might have been able to figure his way out of it had John and Jaclyn actually been willing to listen to each other. I actually think this is absolutely where they blow up John's game. Here is because they don't listen to Reed, or they don't like listen to each other. So.
So there's been a couple of times that I've actually talked with John and Jaclyn quite a bit. And this is a moment where like this moment, and then we're going to get to the other one, that they both were like, we were so on each other's nerves. This really is a test to relationships. Like if you can survive Survivor together, like then you really can survive anything in life. And I think again, it's proving to like what they've been through in their life together, because they know 100% know that, gosh, like literally shut up for 5 seconds. You can hate each other after tribal. Go make this. This is the right move for you. But they're like, no, I refuse. Absolutely not. I'm sitting here in all of my pride that does absolutely zero things for me in this game. But they're doing it, and they're sticking to the plan. They are sticking to the plan of not talking to one another.
I love it. It's great. It's great TV. It's so fun. It's so fun to like I said, this is clearly like beyond just the game, right? Like this is like that time in 2006, right? Like they are like fighting, and we just get to watch and just be like,
yeah, no,
it's great.
When talking about this moment with them is they 100%, this is a complete pride thing, and they've said this is a complete pride thing. I was not going to be the first one to apologize. I was not going to be the first one to talk. Like this was straight up just pride. They knew 100% that this was the horrible decision, that they were making bad moves, but they were like, absolutely not. I am not being the first one to apologize. I'm not going to be the first one to go talk. Like absolutely not. And then you have poor Reed that's over there like, and I feel like I was definitely on like at the screen going, oh my God, John and Jaclyn, just please go talk to one another. Please, dear God, go talk to one another. But yeah, it's poor Reed sitting there seeing him being like, can you please go talk to John? She's like, I'm not talking to him. He disrespect. I'm not doing it. And he's like, John, please go talk to John. Absolutely not. I'm not talking to her. She didn't listen to me. And I'm like, oh God, stop.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, we got a great endgame regardless. So I'm happy with how the season turned out, but it's like I wonder what it could have been had they actually talked it out. So
for sure.
But Reed is gonna go, and at this point, the girls outnumber the guys for the first time, and so we're gonna start losing the rest of the guys here. We get the Alec vote, which I think is a huge moment in Survivor history, with Natalie pretending to accidentally vote Alec off, but it was deliberate. Like this is such a fun move, where Natalie screws up the split vote deliberately. Like I love it.
And like,
wasn't I supposed to? Oh darn!
and like so geniusly too, because she's like, I need to keep Keith and Missy together so that they continue to fight and go after each other. Like, she's so good.
Yeah, this is a really good move.
Jonathan? I honestly like. There's a lot of things that Natalie did well in this season, but I think that this is her winning move right here. Like, this was a moment for her to like,
and that no one caught it. They were just like, Natalie.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how bad it is. Is they're just like,
Natalie.
Okay, we should have told you better.
Maybe next time Missy makes extra rice, you should have some of it.
Yeah, like they were
Hey,
kind of like
Natalie.
treating her like she was obviously like, oh, she's just like a pawn in like the John and Jaclyn game. And now it's like Nadiya's like, this is her like activating her revenge arc where she's biding her time and is like, okay, I can't do it now, but I'm gonna get them. He's like, I'm gonna get them, and it's gonna be a slow burn, but when it happens, it's gonna be great.
Mhm.
Yeah. This sets everything up for the next round and then the next round. Like it's so good.
I just love the fact that like she does it so seamlessly that again they're blaming themselves. Oh, we should have told you better. Oh, we messed that one up. Like, you're doing this so seamlessly that they're like blaming themselves, which is like chef's kiss, Natalie. Chef's kiss.
So good.
Yeah. And I don't know, Alec was kind of a nothing character at this point anyway, other than him looking
better than his brother. Okay, better than his
I mean, better than his brother, but that's not a high bar. So.
Not a high bar.
When I think about Alec, and again, I appreciate that these people put themselves out there on national TV for my entertainment, and I don't hate them as people. I don't want to make them feel bad as people, but my image that I have in Alec of my head when you mention him is him sitting at Final Tribal Council like
the whole time,
just catching flies.
Yeah.
Like
it's so funny. It's like it just fits his character.
Like, what are you doing? Close your mouth. Is your mouth dry? Like, come on. So
he's surprised by everything.
Again,
he's learning everything right there, and he's like, "Oh my!"
This literally might be the theme of this episode. Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know that it's. Listen, I've known a lot of people in the course of my life, and I've met a lot of people who just don't know as many things as the rest of us. Their brain just doesn't have the capacity to know as many things as the rest of us. And I just think he's one of those people. But again, I thank him for putting himself out there and being a character on my TV to root for or against. I appreciate it. But like, I just think that, you know, some of us have different talents, and maybe like remembering or knowing lots of things are not his talents.
I mean, you're proof. You obviously struggle with that every day.
Damn. Another dig at Kevin.
That one.
Kristen being mean to me on a podcast? What?
Never happened.
All right, so then we're gonna get the John Misch blindside. So we get that John is going. It thinks that Keith is going home, and they end up splitting the votes on John and Jaclyn and sending John home. Again, the revenge arc is now complete. It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And like, so we've been waiting. Natalie has been just like waiting until she has the moment, and she pulls it off and she gets him back. That's what you get for taking out Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's so good that she turns around and immediately gets Jaclyn to like come back to her.
Yes.
Yeah. Ah! It's amazing. It's so good. I love her.
Yeah. Kristen, your thoughts on the John blindside?
I was a little sad, but at this point I was kind of like, again, this like argument of John and Jaclyn, as much as I love them, I was like, oh my God, please, dear God, somebody just stop the madness. And I love Natalie too. So I was like sad, but okay. Like I'm not upset. Jaclyn's still there. I was more of a Jaclyn fan than I was John. I love them both, but I was like, Jaclyn's still there.
Same. Oh my gosh, we agree.
That's just, I hate it.
All right, Jonathan, your thoughts on the John Misch blindside?
I think at the time I was kind of a little happy. I know that might be a kind of a hot take with these certain characters. I just was not a fan of like it's great TV. I love the season. It's great drama. There's people that you love to not like, and people that you hate to like, or whatever that phrase is. Right. But like at the time, I was definitely really kind of dissatisfied because I was really kind of getting fed up with like the popular kid duo thing of like lulling everyone around the school and being like, if I was there and I was like on the beach watching these two fight and be like, so I'm just here for the John and Jaclyn like love special, right? And it's like I have like no way to get out of this kind of thing. So just kind of seeing that get flipped on its head finally, I was definitely satisfied in that moment too. So yeah, no disrespect to them as people, I'm sure they're great people and like that. But when it's Survivor, you're dealing with characters and you love, there's heroes, there's villains, there's everybody in between it. And at that time, I was just like, yes.
I love Natalie. So watching her watching her just like take this revenge was so satisfying.
Mhm.
I think I cheered. I think I like fist pumped watching it.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great storytelling because we've been building up to it for like 4 rounds at this point, 4
Yes.
episodes.
Yes.
So, all right, so then we're gonna get to the finale, and this is probably one of the best finales in Survivor history. I mean, we've rarely gotten a final 5 round that is this crazy.
Yeah.
But like, can we take a minute to appreciate also how good Natalie is? Because Natalie probably hands down wins versus Missy and Baylor, and she knows that, right? So if
At
she's
this
sitting,
point, At this
if
point,
she's sitting with the 2 of them, guaranteed win.
Yeah.
However, if she goes to the final 4 with the 2 of them and Keith has a good chance of winning immunity, the 2 of them are voting for her, and she knows that. So she's like, no, I can't do it. Oh, and it's so smart because it's so easy at that point to just be like, oh, well, that's a guaranteed win. I'm going to go with them. Oh, and she knows not to do it.
Yeah. She's like, I don't want to take you 2 with me, but I know I have to if I want to win this game, kind of thing. And Keith is already he may not be the smartest person in the world, or like this character they portrayed him as, but he's winning challenges, and he's actually is that likable towards like he is got the threat likability in his corner. If he does make it there, that he can't go any further with Natalie too.
Right.
And Natalie was willing to work with him a little bit more than other people that were still left in the game. And there's still people going at each other's throats over beef as well.
Keith and Missy are still.
Yeah. And when there's 5 people left, there's not enough room to get away from that. Like, there's not like 18 people arguing. It's like, this island is really small now. There's only 5 of us, and you guys are still arguing after all this time. So, and it's still working in my favor.
Can we also take a moment that we have yet to bring up, and it was kind of a big moment in
I think I was just about to go back to this guy.
Because it was one of my favorite moments when Missy broke her leg. It was great.
Missy breaks her leg. The Wish Kid designs the challenge.
Thank you, Wish Kid, for letting us have her break her leg. It was brilliant. Loved it. Loved every moment of it. One thing I do not love though is, again, this is the situation though that sometimes that I think is completely unfair. We have moments like we've witnessed this in this season of Survivor currently that. Could we have taken, like, we see that Australia Survivor, they'll let people go over to, like, a hospital. If they're clear, they can come back into the game. Yeah. Like, this is a prime example of the snake bite on this current season that's happening. Like, Missy should have been removed. In what world do we live in that they let a person with a broken leg still sit on this island?
Sit on the island, sit out challenges, like hobble her way to tribal councils. Like, what?
If I was people getting voted out before her when she's sitting there with a broken leg, I'd be absolutely fighting because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've never been more mad about that in my entire life, that she was allowed to stay with a broken leg.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I remember at the time, like, this was a thing that Jeff was asked, and if she had broken it earlier, she would have been removed. But I guess because it was so late in the game, they just kept her in. Which
it doesn't matter. There's other people that went home because of her having there's zero reason.
Right, 100%. Like, I agree with that. I don't agree with what Jeff was saying. Like, I definitely think she should have.
This is where when a lot of people want to say, and I'm not saying this by any means, but this is where a lot of people will come and say Survivor's rigged or these types of things, because if we're looking at like, oh, the story like archetype of Natalie being our great like female winner, Missy goes out and you've got, these people that are left like Alec and, Reed and things like that. Even though this
what was it? It was final 6?
Yeah, it was when John went home, yeah.
Ooh, does she have the votes to get John out at that point?
No,
she needs Keith and Missy.
That's what I'm saying.
And Baylor.
This is where people, and again, I'm not saying that it is rigged, so anybody out there is going to try and say that I said that Natalie's win is bullshit. It's not. But what I'm saying is there is zero reason for, whether it was at the end of the game or not, John, if I was John, I'd be absolutely pissed that she did not get removed from the game, and now I'm home and she's sitting there able to sit
out. I prefer what they did here, right? That they well, listen, you're gonna be okay. You just can't run or walk on it, but you're I prefer.
You just can't survive Survivor,
right? But
you can't play the game.
And let's be honest, what was Missy doing in her camp in the first place anyway?
Nothing. But that's the point. But what I'm saying is, it's not fair to people.
I would have also preferred Jake to stay in this most recent season, right? Some of these injuries that listen, can we give them some Tylenol and let them stay overnight? would prefer that. So I don't mind that they did it because it's what I want them to do more often, but I do understand the frustration that like it should be consistent.
Like, I mean, at this rate, like, break your leg on Survivor towards the end, and then you have a surefire way into Final 3. Like, thank God it didn't work for her. But like, you know what I mean? But like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's the story arc, I still made it even with a broken leg. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's sitting in Final 3. Like, might as well just go and accidentally break your leg. And then
yeah, because this is Final 6. So what? There's 3 or 4 days left. Like,
I was gonna add that John is guaranteed Final 5. He's guaranteed Final 4 because he plays his idol at 5. So Natalie's not able to get him out if Missy's removed.
Right. So again, this is where I'm not saying so. Anybody coming for me, I'm not saying it was rigged. I'm saying Natalie's win is dominant and she's amazing. I love her win. I'm a major fan of Natalie. She was my winner pick this season. So like again, like not hateful on this, but this is why certain people will say that Survivor is rigged because like Natalie's game is completely ruined at this point if Missy goes out.
For sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get us off on a tangent, but that was
no, you're good. I was gonna mention it anyway. Go back and mention it, but let's get into now. So Natalie plays her idol. She's like, okay, as Kevin said, describe it perfectly. She needs to get rid of the last duo in the game. She's like, Jaclyn, did I tell you who to vote for? And
when she walks up and she's like, did you vote for who I told you to vote for?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We've never seen something like that.
Again, also, I am living for this moment because the look on Baylor and Missy's faces is priceless, and
you wouldn't get that if she was removed from the game.
I understand, so I will. I mean, fine, but like this is the moment of me. I was like, oh, like I'm like freaking out too.
As I like, my memory of it is that they assume that they're voting out Missy. Like Baylor
Missy says, "I'm going home."
Right, like the two of them are like, oh, like Missy's gonna go, and then it's Baylor, and it's like.
I know, it's so great. It's so good. It's like the happy
nah, we're not doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I have to extensively talk to Jaclyn and John about this moment too, but specifically Jaclyn. Again, if you get a chance to talk to these two, they are amazing people. But Jaclyn, again, this is a moment where she's like, Kristen, it's one of the biggest regrets I have because then Jaclyn wins. If she would have flipped this vote, but she has talked about the amount that she went out there very skinny anyway, and the amount of, and this is where Survivor our good era of Survivor, she was completely malnourished. Her brain, she said that her brain was mush. She couldn't tell you the sky was blue. She just that nothing computed in her brain. Like somebody could tell her that's sand you're walking on, and she would say it's grass. She said that her brain was just complete mush at this point. There was no way to even think. So again, this is kudos to Natalie for having the sharpness to be like, but also we see Natalie, who's a trained athlete that came out there with a lot of muscle mass. She came in so she has that capacity where Jaclyn comes in as a beauty queen, very skinny, not able to retain this stuff. But yeah, Jaclyn says that was her winning move that went down the drain, 100%.
Yeah, not voting out Natalie. Yeah,
yes. Because it would have tied if she would have done and then they would have pissed it. They would have pissed her, and then they would have yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a crazy move for Jaclyn. For sure. I definitely think that's her winning move. Yeah. So
yeah, she would have had that in the bag.
Yeah, because she would have won the final challenge and then been guaranteed.
Oh my God, I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah. So Baylor's gonna go. Let's get
brilliant move by Natalie. I don't want to.
Yeah, this is one of the best winning moves in my opinion.
100%.
That Natalie's made. I think she absolutely deserved to win this season off of that alone.
Right. The bookend effect of it too is just that was perfect for the way I guess they would hope the season to end is at this point they want Natalie because it's if she wins, it's her sister gets voted out first and she wins. That's a perfect story to cap off the season.
100%.
Also, to do it in front of the jury, to be did you vote for who I told you to vote for? And Jaclyn just says yes. I'm
playing this on Jaclyn.
Yeah, it's so good.
The jury is now in awe. They see Natalie's game happening before their eyes.
Yeah,
and how do you not vote for her to win at that point?
Yeah. Let's get to that final challenge, as Kristen mentioned. So this is where Jaclyn wins immunity and like a giant come from behind. Kristen, you have some insight into what happened here.
Giant come from behind. Like you're like, is Jaclyn still playing? Did she sit down?
She was so far behind.
So bad. It is so bad. And like you can see, but again, this is like to prove the point of her saying that she was basically just done for. Like you see her barely like trudging up.
She fell down that.
That's where I want to get at. So she fell. Fun fact, she actually broke her tailbone. Like legit broke her tailbone and continued this challenge and won. And then of course had to go sit on hard stools. Like this poor girl.
And then go through the tribal.
Bones at this time. Yeah. So she when she fell and Jeff they didn't even do a good. Like I think the camera was so not prepared for that because
prepared.
No.
And when Jeff's right over you, she's like, I'm good. Like immediately stands up. I'm telling you right now, if I fell that, I'm not getting up. And 2, breaking something, I'm definitely not getting up. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna win it. Come from behind. Yeah. Again, like this is the moment of I have never been more as much as I love Natalie and I'm cheering for her at this point. Like she's my winner pick. This was the moment that I was like on my TV, like there's no way this girl just won, and I'm so freaking proud of her. And then when she wins, she's like, I can't wait for John to see this. Like these are moments I'm crying. I'm like sobbing. Like this is such a beautiful moment that she's like, I can do this. I'm not just a beauty queen. I like, and like we know that she's there for her, for wanting to be there for MRKH syndrome. Like she's like, I want to prove to anybody that feels like they're inadequate, and like I'm doing this. Like I'm a blubbering idiot. This is, beautiful.
Now granted, Missy has no chance of winning, but this now like
why does she have a broken leg or something?
Because she's been terrible. No one likes her.
People have been breaking a lot of stuff around here.
When I say that I don't hate her, I'm not saying that I want her to win. I'm just saying I don't hate her. So like she broke her leg and kept going, right? She has like that storyline. Natalie has the like powerhouse storyline, and then you have like Jaclyn having this like last minute come from behind, like steal the thunder. So like they each have an argument to make going into final tribal council, which is great. Like Missy's not going to win, but the fact that she like has a story to tell that like in other circumstances might get her votes is like, it's so much better than when we go into a final tribal and one person is completely out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that was a moment of pure just proud. And I can't imagine. Can you imagine like going home? Obviously they can't watch this, right? But like Jaclyn getting to watch that with John to be like, look how bad I was out. Like I love that moment that she got to go home with her family and be like, look at this freaking moment.
And like it's one of those things too where like you can see that like the way that puzzle was, because it left open shapes, it was confusing and like it just clicked for her. And it just didn't click for the other 2. And Missy didn't even get to do it because she can't.
What? Broken leg or something?
Yeah, she can't hobble up the steps and then go down the pole with her broken leg. But like, it clearly just like didn't click for them, and it did for her. And it's so like, congratulations, we're proud of you.
Like that's also the beauty of it, because because she could have, her brain was such mush that she couldn't pull off the winning move the night before. Right. So for her brain to finally click in and be like, I'm taking this from everybody. Like nobody's going to send me home tonight. It's just great. Right. It's a really good moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. So Keith is going to go, and we're going to get to final tribal council. So big moments that happen here. You have Jeremy doing like a David Murphy or Spencer, where he's basically telling everybody to vote for Natalie. So that
he's right.
Yeah. I mean, he's right, but I mean,
right,
again,
but I hate this.
Yeah. I
mean, I guess it's cool when like, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like. He's like, you guys got played. I'm like, yeah, we know, dude. Like,
Natalie balled out.
You don't need to like fan out over her that much. We all know we're all gonna vote for her anyways. Like, you don't have to tell us to vote for her.
I love Jeremy and I love Natalie, so I'm like,
no, listen. Yeah. I do too, but like, what drives me nuts though is the jury's not supposed to be fighting your battle. You are supposed to be fighting for your win here. This is your job to make them vote for you, not the jury to be like, vote for Kristen. Like, no, like I'm gonna fight for it myself. Natalie didn't need you to come in. It's just like, listen, I got a lot of flack for the Kyle Camilla thing. Kyle didn't need you. Like, let him take. So it's just like, stop fighting the battles of the final 3. That's their job. Drives me crazy.
Yeah. I mean, the jury has to decide together. So like, They have to argue too.
They all had their own individual vote last time I checked him.
They can vote however they want, but like I have been on an actual jury for an actual trial, and like you talk to each other, you argue with each other, so
And
I'm fine with it.
With the way that Alec was looking the whole time, it looks like somebody actually needed to tell him who to vote for. Too.
He might have needed to. He might have actually needed to.
He actually might have needed somebody to tell him who to vote for.
He's like, where am I at?
It's like,
Where's
Jeff,
Drew?
Drew.
Are we gonna go eat after this? What's happening?
He's like, this looks a lot like downtown Orlando.
Oh, that's good. All right, and then let's get to the big moment of Final Tribal. Let's talk about the wicked stepmother. And so Reed is like, we're like at the ball, and you're the wicked stepmother that didn't let anybody else come and hang out with you. So this is such a great speech.
And like,
he's not wrong.
Spoiled your daughter.
Tell me where he's wrong. Tell me where he's wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not
I
wrong.
said it at the time too.
Not wrong. And I'm sorry. Listen, we've had some great speeches. We had Sue that originated it. We had Corinne that's just like, some people will say it was a little too much, but we got Corinne speeches. We've got this by far is number one for me at a final tribal council speech. It was so like
he planned that.
Oh, we are Cinderella, and you guys are the. I'm
Peter.
Like, and then to the camera pans over to Baylor, absolutely losing her shit, crying. I was applauding. It was great. It was great.
And like, listen, they were all out there for days, weeks without food. That man ate that pizza and ate those cheeseburgers to make sure he was clear-headed, to make sure he got this speech correct, because he was ready. He was ready to read her to film, and he did, and it's so good.
So good.
It's beautiful. All right.
I also love that Missy's like, yeah, I am a piece of shit. It's like so bad that she's like, it's okay, Baylor. It's all true. Like she doesn't even argue. She's just like, yeah, I am that bitch.
I don't take it as her admitting. I take it as her being so cocky that she's not even going to like dignify it with a response.
And I've been very like PG when it comes to Missy and Baylor this episode, just for you all and for the sake of I was not so PG the last time I was on here, so I will refrain. But no, basically she is that bitch. We'll just move on.
Yeah. All right. Reed, that leads to Reed giving a petty vote to give Jaclyn second place and give Missy third.
Thank you, Reed. Thank you, Reed, for everything.
That's the only strategy behind that was like.
Yeah, it was great. I love that he did that, and Jaclyn deserves second. Like
$100,000 just like that.
I love a petty bitch. Yes. Get her.
So good. So Natalie wins, well deserved. And let's get to our rankings and then our favorites and then the evolution of the game. So first boot rankings, we're adding Natalie Anderson here. Our top 10 is Tina Wesson, All-Stars, Sonia, Johnny Fairplay, Francesca Caramoan, Zane, Sugar, Francesca Redemption Island, Chicken, Rupert Bonham, and Wanda. I assume because she's like she was known before this, she is memorable, and it's memorable that her sister wins. I assume that she makes the top 10. But the first boot is always like a weird ranking. So like I would say she's probably in the top 10, but yeah.
I would also argue that I think but again, like these rankings, you guys have had me questioning all of your thoughts and processes on this. But I personally, because of the story arc that becomes this season, her first boot played a huge part in why we have the winner that we have. I think she should be really high. So I would have put her in the top 10. I personally put her in the top 10. I put her pretty high in the top 10.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there.
She's definitely got to be at least in the top 10 somewhere in there.
She did at least crack the top 10. She is number 10. She's right under Rupert.
Okay.
So.
Absolute trash. What are you guys doing?
She's in my overall top 10. So
yeah,
I agree with you, Kristen, but it's fine. I like first boot is also like sometimes.
Yeah, it's also weird.
All right. We're adding Keith Nale to the Fallen Angels. We have our top 10 of Sari, Rob Sesternino, Malcolm, Jerry, Kathy Vio, Rudy, Yowman, Lex, Terry Dietz, and Ian.
He's top 10. He's got to be.
I don't see.
He's got to be Jake.
Did I forget to? No, I have him. I don't have him very high. but only because
surprise.
well, but
Listen,
only
you've had a
because-
lot of horrible hot takes. You need to now kick yourself out of this.
I don't have him very high, but only because I have I think the people that I do have high deserve to be high. Like I don't think that he is bad. I just like others better. He's stick to the plan is lowers him a little bit.
Well, Keith Nale did get close to the top 10, but he did not crack it. He is number 13. He is right under Tina West in Blood versus Water.
I hate all of you Tribe of Nerds people that voted horribly.
I didn't have Keith super high, but I love Keith still as a character.
Right.
All right. Losing finalists, we're gonna add Missy and Jaclyn. Top 10, Boston Rob, All-Stars, Parvati, Heroes versus Villains, Russell Samoa, Stephen Fishback, Ozzy, Colby, Amanda Micronesia, Kelly Wigglesworth, Stephanie LaGrossa, and Russell Hance, Heroes versus Villains. Jaclyn did make the top 10. Jaclyn is number 9. She is right above Stephanie LaGrossa.
I'm so proud of her.
Yeah.
I love Jaclyn. I didn't have her super high just because Natalie to me was such a dominant winner that I didn't I thought there were other people who had a better chance of winning, but it's fine. No, she's great.
Well, and Missy fell in the last place.
Missy, I don't even know. Missy, I have in my bottom.
I didn't even vote for her. I didn't even.
Is she even on the board?
She's in the bottom 4. She is number 40, and I ranked her second to last. So.
I didn't even rank her. I didn't even.
If there's the all of rankings and there's Oblivion, it's the other list.
She's way over there.
I have in last place. I have Scoopin. Right above Scoopin, I have Philip because Philip annoys me. Right above that, I have Clay because Thailand, and then Brad because I don't like Brad, and then I have Missy. So she's very far down.
It tracks.
Yeah.
All right. Winner rankings. We're adding Natalie Anderson. Right now it is Parvati, Tony Vlachos, Kim Spradlin, Todd Herzog, Yul Kwan, Boston Rob, Richard Hatch, the Sandras, and Tom Westman that are the top 10.
I ranked her number 1. I ranked her number 1.
Let's think about this before we let's think about this, everyone. This is a crucial moment. I feel like she is in the top 10 for sure.
Definitely.
I feel like
this win is so dominant.
I'm getting 4. I'm getting 4.
I would say she's 3.
She is in the top 10. She is number 6. She's right below Yule and above Boston Rob.
I mean, she's
I'm
not
okay with the Yule thing, though. Yeah.
I have her as number 1. I love her. She is
trash.
This is trash. Wow. I thought you wouldn't have she's above Boston Rob.
I need to redo this, and we could just put what my rankings are.
Make sure to go after people in the chat after. Be like, you
We
are all
should.
crazy with this.
I will. I say it every time I come on here. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is
All right. Then
I've fought with people in the chat after we find some rankings. I've done it before.
we need to do it again. All right, season rankings. We have Heroes versus Villains, Cagayan, Micronesia, Pearl Islands, China, Borneo, Cook Islands, the first Blood versus Water, Australian Outback, and Philippines. Where is San Juan del Sur going to rank?
People
I have
this season, but I have it number 2.
I have it as number 3 overall, and it's only below Heroes vs. Villains and Cambodia, which hasn't happened yet. So, for where we are right now, I would have it at number 2. So it should be.
Jonathan is the one that we're going to be yelling at in the chat later.
Wow, I like this season, but I don't think it's it's a good season. I just don't know.
Natalie's march to the
I don't
end.
think it's cracking.
That's good.
People hate this season.
I don't think it's gonna crack the top 10. Out of all of those, I think it'd be 11 or.
I have it just outside the top 10, but it did crack the top 10 on the master list. It is number 9. It is just above Australian Outback.
Yay!
There's
well, I don't know if I would have put it above that.
There's 3 degrees there, so it's okay.
Yeah. So Philippines just got knocked out of the top 10. So
that's
poor Philippines.
Wild.
I'm fine with that.
That's wild.
I'm fine with that.
I don't know if I'm fine just for the Malcolm of it all, but all right. Favorite male and female. Male, I'm just going to go with the power couple. I'll go with John and Jaclyn. So as my favorite man and woman, I think they were a huge part of this season. They made the decisions, whether good or bad. I think their relationship was the antithesis of why we like the Blood versus Water theme. So
We already
It's-
know. Go right ahead. We already know.
It's,
You've already
it's
said
Jeremy and
time.
Natalie. It's Jeremy and Natalie. I love them. I will
Gosh,
love them
that's so
forever.
fun.
They are like two of my favorite Survivor players ever. I love them. Like put them on every international. Like next time Australia versus World happens, invite both of them. I love them. They're amazing. Easily, hands down.
Kristen
Jonathan.
or Jonathan?
I was gonna go
Either
Jonathan
one.
next.
Well, I'll just go with Natalie just because of just like how great of a game she played and the fact that she was the other bookend to the story, which makes the season like that much better. I'm gonna go with Keith, man. I loved Keith. I thought he was just like a really like bright person on the season. And I'm so glad that he got brought back next time, like for second chance. And he was just like he was a ray of light in the season that was like much needed, because I feel like there were a lot of people in the season that were there was a lot of cattiness and a lot of I hate you and a lot of that, but he was definitely the guy that he stuck to his own plan. All right. And he definitely
he did.
He won the hearts of America. So
True.
He did.
Very true. Kristen.
So normally I would definitely, I have always like for years have been Natalie and Jeremy, but they're, if we're talking about like just the favorites of the season, like I look for like feel good, right? Like if we're talking about like dominant players, then obviously it's a Natalie, Jeremy, but like favorite players for me are like the feel good people. And so for that reason, it's Jaclyn and Keith for me. They're like hands down, just like they warm your heart. Like they literally warm your heart. So that's why.
Yeah. Keith was close for me. Jeremy and Natalie are great too. Like I think those are all great picks for
special shout out to Reed for providing us.
I
thought you were gonna say Drew.
I was really like I was very
Special
close
shout
to
out.
picking Reed, but I was like Keith, like especially when Jonathan picked Keith, I was like, well, because Keith's already been mentioned, maybe I pick Reed, but I was like, but like feel good, like Keith just brings all the feels like home. So
yeah, I've enjoyed talking about him, and we'll get to talk about him more in a couple seasons. But
yeah,
all right, let's talk about how did this season contribute to the overall evolution of Survivor as we know it.
Wentworth. Sorry.
True.
The legends, Wentworth, Jeremy, Keith, Natalie, like
Those
the
four.
legends that this season births, and like there's potential for even more of them to come out of the season, like, and the balls to the wall playing. Like I know Jeremy says it, and I'm like, but like literally the all out dominance by Natalie, like I want to see that all the time. When I don't get that, I'm sad. Like,
yeah, I think especially because we're right on the cusp of the second chance. We're like being the vote by the viewers and things like that. I think what this season brings is like we had not only all of these amazing legends that we do see back, but like what you were saying, Kevin, we have some. I mean, this cast was phenomenal. We could have seen. I would have loved to see a Val come back, like first, like or second boot, like these earlier boots. We've Reed and Josh again talked about that they've not come back. Like these are people that there's so many other people on this cast that you could bring back, John and Jaclyn, like all these things. And I think that kind of opened up the door of Survivor to be like, you don't just need one or two. Like there could be almost an entire cast that you could have a reason to bring back. And like, I also feel like this sets up more of these like flashier dominant wins that we're going to see coming up here. And now we're starting to lose these a little bit more. Like they're still trying, like, you know, you got like a Marianne that's like, I had an idol that nobody knew about and I never needed it. Like you have somewhat of that, but like it's not to the point of what this is. And I think for these next few seasons, we start to see these kind of flashier moves.
Yeah. Jonathan.
I second all of that. I know it's like I appreciate. I do like the season that I know everyone's got a lot of like this is like an amazing season. It contributed to the sense of just a stellar cast. There are people that you love to hate or hate to love, or everybody in between that, and that there are a lot of people that do get to come back and kind of retell their stories through different ways. There are people that get to take advantage of their second chance. Kelly Wentworth, like she's probably there's not many players that get voted out early in the show that get to come back and make the most of it, but she's definitely the queen of that. But yeah, it's just a great season, and then it's going to lead us straight into, you know, season 30, which is everyone's favorite.
Season ever!
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so yeah, everything you guys said, I think the interpersonal dynamics of having loved ones play again, I think it evolves that concept to its maximum effect. And yeah, like you guys said, the big moves era, I mean, I think Kageon really contributed to that. I think this season continues evolving the big moves era that we know and love. And obviously, like, I think without this season, you don't get some of the stuff we get in Second Chances, or like Millennials versus Gen X, like these seasons with like extremely fluid gameplay. And so, yeah, that's how I think it's contributed. And plus all the things you guys said. With that, we'll be closing out Volume 3 next week with Worlds Apart. Kristen and Jonathan will be back, as well as Mike G.
Thank God
like,
Kevin won't be there.
yeah.
Listen, my mother always said, if I don't have anything nice to say, not to say anything at all. So all I'll say is, I love Mama C. Those are my thoughts on that season. And that's...
Well, good thing we're not on that season, and you have a horrible opinion. Okay, anyway.
All right. Well, anyway, with that, we will see you all then. And like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you all next time on the Tribe of Nerds.
Don't be a brat.
Bye.